Minister, thank you very much for working very hard. And to you, please tell us all the good news.
Well, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's wonderful and an honor to be with you. Daisy referred to Logan as the minister, me as the premier. So, Daisy, you're the prime minister at this table.
Thank you. We're getting there.
We're elevating you. We are a strong team. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Logan Kenapathy and Daisy Way, both of whom are strong, principled fighters for common sense and for the values of our family and our country. And so, thank you both for being wonderful friends and mentors to me. And most importantly, thank you to joining us today from across the ethnocultural communities of Canada. We are, in a very challenged time in our country, and our Premier has arisen as the national leader we need to fight for Canada, fight for our jobs, fight for the prosperity of our province and country. Taking a unified approach, a Team Canada approach, where we stand together in the defense of our economy against what can only be described as one of the most existential threats to our economy with this 25% tariff that is being potentially levied against Canada by President Trump. And I am proud of our Premier. And what he has been made clear is that we will respond in kind to defend our workers and to defend our families. We cannot allow anyone in the world to impose economic hardship on our people without responding with a strong, principled defense of our families and our economy. And so we are, and we have been for several weeks, been preparing for this potential attack on our economy and our workers. And the Premier wants us to assure you that we will stand up for our economy and we will stand up for our workers. And we will provide the support for Canadian and Ontario businesses that may be hurt because of these tariffs. And that will require a mandate from the people of Canada, the people of Ontario, when we're talking about potentially spending tens of billions of dollars. Our Premier has demonstrated to you all through the pandemic that he stands alone as the national and provincial leader that has the plan and the vision to keep our economy strong, to keep taxes low, and to keep our streets safe. And, the people of Ontario have a choice. One day they will be able to make a choice between parties that advocate for higher taxes, that want to quadruple the carbon tax, that want to weaken our laws and allow chaos on our streets with injection sites located near schools, with violent crime on the rise. We, as progressive conservatives, and frankly, as taxpayers and proud Canadians, we demand better for our children. And part of that is about thinking about tomorrow and building a better country, a better province for our children too. And so, while I started with a bit of challenges on the horizon, I want to give you some good news too, because within the darkness there is light. There's a lot of good that's happening, and Daisy, Logan, and I are proud to be unveiling what can only be described as the country's largest energy conservation initiative ever. $10.9 billion of investment going directly into your pockets. Many of you will remember in the 2008-09, the Great Recession that took place, Stephen Harper, Prime Minister Harper, and Minister of Finance Jim Flaherty, they both built and unveiled the home renovation tax credit, the home renovation program, which was a highly effective program that put money back into the pockets of our families and our homeowners as they rebuilt their homes. And so what we've done is we've modeled a program similar, $10.9 billion. It's going to save our economy over $12 billion of energy we now do not need to generate because we're going to be conserving it. It has the equivalent of removing 3 million homes from the electricity grid because it is so significant in its scope. 12 years of a horizon. The former Liberals were putting in about $300 million for 4-year cycles. We're doing $900 million over every year for the next 12 years of money in your pockets that we pay for up to 30% of the costs to update and renovate and create greater energy efficiency in your home. So we're going to give you up to 30% upfront for new windows and new doors, for a heat pump, for new insulation, for things that can include, smart thermostats and even rooftop solar. You want to put solar on your roof of your home, on your farm, on your business. We're now going to give you 30% of the coverage and the battery to store the power. We are revolutionizing and reimagining energy putting you in the driver's seat, the people of Ontario, to be a part of the solution, to reduce emissions, but more importantly, to reduce your energy bills, because the Liberals want to increase your bills. The carbon tax adds 25% to electricity bills and energy bills in the province. And I'm proud that the Premier cut the gas tax by 10 cents. I'm proud that our Premier is fighting the carbon tax, and I'm proud that Daisy, Logan, and I today are unveiling what it can only be, what is the largest energy conservation program in the history of Ontario, putting $10.9 billion into your pockets where it belongs. And this is part of a greater vision about making life more affordable. After we cut the gas tax by 10 cents a liter, we made clear to families that we're going to be on their side. Today, a $200 check is being put into the mails to every Ontarian man, woman, and child to a reminder that it is a difficult time to balance one's budget in their homes in this economy. And our Premier is compassionate, he is realistic, he understands that hardship, and that's why he stepped up with a multi-billion-dollar program to put money back into the pockets of Ontarians. So we're going to be there for Ontario and for our country. We're going to never, ever waver for them defending our country, being proud of our flag, and celebrating the good that we're doing in Ontario, because Ontario is unique in the world. We're building large-scale nuclear development, as Daisy mentioned, on time and on budget. We're the only jurisdiction in the world building large-scale nuclear on time and on budget. And just days ago, I was proud to stand in Durham and Port Hope with Minister David Piccini and Minister Todd McCarthy, where we announced that we'll be moving forward with the largest, newest nuclear generator in the country. 10,000 megawatts of clean, non-emitting power, enough power for 10 million homes. It's going to add $235 billion to our GDP and create 10,500 net new good-paying jobs. So we're busy. We are working around the clock, and we're standing up for affordability. And I'm just want to say thank you to Daisy, thank you to Logan, and frankly, thank you to the Premier and the people of Ontario for being united in this difficulty. We will get through this, and I know the energy conservation program, I know the carbon tax opposition, and the $200 checks, all of this is going to help make life more affordable. And that's what our Premier, that's what our party and our government, you can count on. So with that, thank you, and I'll turn it over to Shannon.
Okay, we will start with questions. If you can line up behind me. If you can introduce yourself and your outlet. It'll be one question, one follow-up. First question.